Hello everyone, I am Veena Gandhi, Assistant Professor. Welcomes you all in third part of the video Control Statements in C. In this video you will learn jump statements. Now topics covered in this video are jump statements, types of jump statements, in that you will learn break, continue, go to and return statement. An example using C program, then we will see comparison between continue and break and assignment on the above topics. Now what do you mean by jump statements? Jump statements transfer the program control from one part to other part. That is, this statement makes the program control to jump from one part of the program to another section of the program unconditionally when encountered. That's why these statements are also known as unconditional statements. This statement changes the normal flow of execution of a program. Now, these statements are normally used to terminate the loop or switch case instantly. These statements also help to escape from or skip the execution of statements of the program. The types of jump statement, break statement, continue statement, go to statement and return statement. First jump statement is break statement. The purpose of the break statement in a C is for unconditional exit or unconditional transfer from the loop. When a break statement is encountered inside a loop, the loop is immediately terminated and the program control transferred to the next statement after the loop. So it can be used to terminate a case in the switch statement. Also, if you are using nested loops, then break statement will stop the execution of the innermost loop and it will start the executing the next line of the code after the inner loop. Syntax: simply add a break statement, break keyword followed by semicolon. Now, first usage of break statement is to terminate the loop. So you can see here break is used in three loops: while loop, do while loop and for loop. Now suppose in a while loop, while test the condition, test expression, if it is true, it will come inside the control will come inside the loop. So it executes the statements. Now in if test condition, if it evaluates a true value and then it break statement is encountered. So it will terminate the while loop and program control will flow after the statement of the while loop. Next statement after the while. Here also in do while loop, if the test condition is satisfied and break occurs, that time control will transfer from the do while loop to the next statement after the do while loop. Same thing in a for loop also. Now next, break statement is used in a switch expression or switch case statement. Here value of the expression or variable match with the case value. Suppose for value 1, case value 1, then statement 1 will be executed and when break occurs, control will transfer from the switch statement to the next statement after the switch. Now break also can be used in nested loop. Here for loop is the outer loop and while loop is the inner loop. Now when for loop start execution and when condition is true, control will come inside the for loop. Again when while loop starts, condition is satisfied, again control will come inside the while loop. Now if the condition meets, if the condition is satisfied in the if condition, then and break occurs, at that time this inner loop will be terminated, which means inner while loop will be terminated and control will transfer to the statement after the while loop. So outer loop will be start execution. Next jump statement is continue statement. The continue statement is similar to the break statement, but it works differently. Break statement terminates the loop, whereas continue statement, instead of forcing termination, it forces the next iteration of the loop to take place, skipping the any code in between. Means it skips the current iteration and it forces the next iteration to take place. It is used to bring the program control to the start of the loop towards the test condition. We can use the continue statement in a while loop, for loop, do while loop to change the normal flow of the program execution. Unlike break, it cannot be used in switch case statement. Syntax: continue keyword followed by semicolon. Now here you can see we can use continue statement in while loop, do while loop, and for loop. Now in while loop, we check the first condition. If it is true, then control will come inside the loop. Now if test condition is satisfied, then current iteration will be skipped and control will transfer to the test condition to start the next iteration. Same thing in do while loop, same thing in a for loop. Let us see C program, how to use break statement in a C program. Suppose if we want to print number from 10 to 1 in reverse order, but the program should start when number encounters 5. So first include the stdio.h file. Then in main function, we define the variable I, loop control variable I of type integer. So for I equal to 10, we want to print number from 10 to 1 in reverse order. So I initialize the I with the 10 value and check the condition. Put the condition I greater than equal to 1, I minus minus. Now if I equal to 5, then we want to break. Otherwise we want to print the number, printf %di. Then close the for loop and then return 0, close the main. Now I have already run the program here. You can see here 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 are printed. When number 5 is encountered, loop for loop will be terminated and control will transfer to the statement return 0. Now let us modify the same program with the continue statement. Now when we use continue statement, it skips the current iteration and program control is transferred to the next iteration of the loop. So in this program, again we want to print 10 numbers 10 to 1 in reverse order. So for I equal to 10 and greater than equal to 1, I minus minus. Now if I equal to 5, we print continue, means otherwise print %di. Means it will print first I will take 10 value, 10 is greater than equal to 1, yes 1, so it will come in the if condition. 10 equal to 5, no, so it will come to printf part, printf %di, so it will print 10. Then I minus minus, I becomes 9, 9 it will print 8, 7, 6. When I comes to 5, when I value becomes 5 equal to 5, yes, so it prints is satisfied. Continue, here statement is continue. So it does not terminate the loop, for loop, but it skips the current iteration and go to the starting of the for loop and it update the I expression, I minus minus. So I becomes 4. Again 4 greater than equal to 1, yes. So again it will come to the inside the loop. 4 equal to 5, no. So printf %di, it prints the 4. So it does not terminate the loop, but it skips the current iteration and program control transfer to the next iteration. Let us see the comparison between break and continue. Now in break we use the keyword break followed by semicolon. In continue we use the keyword continue followed by semicolon. Now break is used to terminate the loop. Now continue is used to continue the next iteration in the loop. It skips the current iteration and control transfer to the next iteration. Break is used in switch case and looping statements, while continue is used only in looping statements. In break statement, control is transferred outside the loop. In continue statement, control remains in the same loop. Third jump statement is known as goto statement. The goto statement is also known as unconditional jump statement. As the name suggests, it is used to transfer the program control to some predefined location or predefined label. Means normal flow of execution is stop when a goto statement occurs. Then it transfers the control to some predefined segment or predefined label. Now goto statement also used to repeat the some part of the code for a particular condition. It can be also used to break the multiple loops which can't be done by using single break statement. Now syntax, goto and label. Now label can be any identifier and it can be appear anywhere in the program. So when goto statement is encountered, the control of the program jumps to the what label and then starts the executing the code under the label. You can see here in the C program, here we define the variables num and I equal to 1. We want to print the table of any number. So suppose scanf %d ampersand num. Now table is here table and colon. Table label name followed by colon. So table here label name is table followed by colon. Then printf %d multiplied by %d equal to %d num comma I comma num into I and I plus plus. Here we check the condition. If I is less than equal to 10, then go to table. So it will come again in this part. Printf %d multiplied by %d equal to %d. So it will print the table of, suppose if I accept the number of 2, number 2, then it will display the table of 2. Means this part will be repeatedly executed till that I becomes what 10. The CC program using goto statement. Now I want to print suppose 10 numbers 1 to 10. So first include the header file stdio.h file. Then in main function declare the variable n of type int having value 1. Now here I define the label followed by colon. Under that label I define printf %dn. So we are printing the value of n, then n plus plus. If n is less than equal to 10, then again go to label. Now first n is having value 1. So first we print the value 1, then n plus plus. So 1 will become 2. Now if 2 is less than equal to 10, yes, true value. So again go to label. Go to label, again print the value of n, it is 2. Again n plus plus, n will become 3. If 3 is less than equal to 10, yes, true. Again go to label. So this way it will repeat the label part till n value becomes 10. Now when n value becomes 11, this condition fails and control will go to the statement return 0. So I had already run this program and you can display you can see the output 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. It is advisable not to use goto statement. Now use of goto statement is highly discouraged. There are some reasons to avoid the goto statement. First, if you are using goto statement, then it is very hard for other person to trace the flow of the program and understand it. Second, the program becomes hard to modify or to debug because if it references the different labels. So rewriting is the only solution for it. The other drawback of goto is that it can only be used inside the same function. So last jump statement is return statement. Return statement is used in function to end the function or terminate it immediately with or without a value. It returns the flow of control to the start of the program where it is called. Syntax, return expression or return. When function does not return any value, we simply write return. You can see in this figure, there are two functions, main function and sort function. Now in main function calls the sort function. When main function calls the sort function, control is transferred from main to the sort function, and then sort function starts the execution. Now when in a sort function, when return statement occurs, then control is again transferred to the calling function main. Let's see example of the return statement. Here there are two functions, main function and one function is multiply function. Now in main function, we define two variables a having value 10 and B having value 20. Now first printf handling control to the function name multiply. So output equal to multiply in bracket a comma b. Now when this multiply function is called, control is transferred to the multiply function here. So int multiply here, we define the function here, int multiply int a comma int b, and in that we return a into b. So we are multiplying the a into b and returning the value to the calling function. So this calling function value will be collected in the variable output, and then we print that output. We can print that output then. Printf control is handled back to the caller function. Means when main function calls the multiply function, it transfers control to the multiply function. When in multiply function, when return statement occurs, it again transfers control to the calling function. Assignment. Short questions. List the types of jump statements. Second, which jump statement is used to return a value from a function? Long questions. Explain the break and continue statement with example. Second, differentiate between break and continue. Third, write a short note on goto statement. If you like this video, please share with your friends and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching.